Hey Chris, just curious, what got you started in the whole fitness world and posting on Anchor and led to all that for you?
Brian, thank you so much for that question. So my fitness road kind of started when I was 5, and I started playing soccer and baseball. And I was always the guy who really enjoyed practices. Like, I loved running and just, it's basically a workout. I mean, the games were fun, but I don't know. As I got older, it just got too competitive. Just like, win. I'm like, man, I'm just here for the workout. It's fun. But I didn't know you could actually make a living doing this. So then fast forward to college, and my junior year, a buddy of mine and I, we tried out for the basketball team and didn't make it. But the coach said, you guys have some heart. I'd like you guys to help out in any way that you can. So we were on the practice squad, basically got beat up by the guys, and if they needed any extra players, we would go in there. And at the end of the year, end of the basketball season, one of the graduating seniors ended up going, I think he played somewhere in Europe, semi-pro ball. And I was just thinking, wow, you can do that? And I mean, this guy was good, but I thought, with like a year or two of really disciplined training, I think I could get to that level. And so I hired a personal trainer and just like played basketball 5 hours a day like crazy. And that was really cool. And I really enjoyed doing that. Went to 2 tryouts. One was locally here in San Jose for the San Jose Skyrockets. They're not around anymore. It was a semi-pro team. I think they ended up moving to like Nashville or, I don't know, somewhere in the Midwest. But, and then I went to another team in Georgia, the Columbus River Dragons. So I tried out for both of those teams. Very quickly realized that, I'm not even close. Not even close. For example, the Columbus River Dragons team, they came out after there's like 150 guys and we're playing pickup games and rotating and stuff. Then the coach comes out, one of the assistant coaches, and basically says, all right, we have the cuts. If you're under 6'4", you didn't make it. So hilarious. Which is funny too, because there was a guy who I was guarding, and he was about my height. I'm about 6'1", so short for a basketball player, a little bit above average for a normal, I guess, average person, whatever. But he was about my height, and in between games, he was showing off how he could actually touch his head on the rim. Like, he could jump up 4 feet and touch his head on the rim, and even that guy didn't make it. So I was like, all right, I don't have a prayer. So I stopped, but I was very proud of the fact that I tried, and that 100% trying led me to say, you know what, I really enjoyed that whole process of getting fit, getting in shape, and I want to help other people do the same thing. So that's when I decided and became a trainer. As far as Anchor, I went out on my own in 2011 to start my own business, because as much as I love fitness, I'm honestly not that big of a fan of the fitness industry, at least the big box gym part of it. I think on one hand, it's great that so many people can be members of a community and a gym, and on the other hand, I don't know, I just had sometimes, let's just say that I really wanted to go out on my own. So I have my own business, had it since 2011, and I realized really quickly that social media and just sharing my experience, sharing how to get fit, healthy, was very important. So, and then Anchor really just spoke to me, because you can get a lot of content out relatively quickly. It's pretty time and labor intensive to edit a YouTube video versus, you could just talk into your phone on the Anchor app, which is pretty cool. So podcasting for free, which actually, rewind a little bit, I used to have a podcast, and back in the day, it was a little bit more labor intensive even to produce a podcast. Now on Anchor, you just talk, hit a button, boom, you're published. So that's my story, and I appreciate the call in, appreciate the question, Brian, and looking forward to chatting more in the future. Thanks.
podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.